Let's call this meeting to order.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of dismal, but,
What do you mean?
well, we need a quorum.
Well, that's too bad, but we're not dismal.
No, we need a quorum.
Yes.
So-
You could ask about public comment, however.
I'm gonna do that. Is there any public comment? The window?
Oh, you want me to show the window?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, this group has been very actively supporting window dressers for the last
Which
couple of
group?
years, which is a group of local volunteers that build window inserts for people, particularly people who don't have a lot of resources. And this is our sample window now, and this is the insert that we build. So, someone comes to your house and measures to 1/100 of an inch the dimensions of this opening, and then they take them back, and the dimensions go off to Maine. They send us the pieces for making these inserts, which have 2 layers of plastic and then nice foam around the outside for a tight fit. It stops the air from coming through the window. Of course, that window has a lot of air coming through it because there's no glass in it. But even if there is glass, there's a lot of leakage, particularly around where the top and the bottom come together and the edges. And there's also convection when the warm air in the house starts circling around the front of this, and it takes the cold throughout your house. So this provides a wonderful stop for the air passing through and for the warmth being taken or cold being taken around by convection. Fits right in here nice and tight, and you've got a nice snug window. So this is our demonstration window.
So Marsh, talk again about how people can get in touch with window dressers and when is a good time for them to start calling and asking for the help.
That's a great.
And look at the camera.
That's a great thing, Chris. So people who have cold windows, like they can, for example, one way to tell is to take a little candle and move it around the window.
Right.
And you'll see the flame go flicker, 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 and you know that's cold coming in. So if you need better windows, they're available, and you call 802-440-5190, and you'll speak to Cindy Hudson-Knapp, and she'll get you all set up for a measurement. They'll come to your home and measure the dimensions of the windows, as I was talking about. They'll tell you what the windows cost, and then they'll ask you what you can afford for them. And if you can afford the full price, that will be really great. And if you have 5 cents for the window, that's great. If you have nothing, that's great too. We do ask everybody who gets windows, and a good percentage of the people who need windows get them for free. We ask everybody to participate in the community build. And some of the folks here have participated in that. We take all the pieces for these windows and put them together, put the film over them, the foam around the outside, and send them off to people to stay warm and save money and stop using more fuel oil. So it works out great for everybody.
You know, there's a video of, I was there, I don't know, a couple years ago, and we did a video. So if people are looking for information on that and how it's done, they can go to the Town of Bennington website, go to Energy Committee, scroll all the way to the bottom, and then they can watch how you guys do that.
All right, very cool.
So there's a video there for that.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great program, and then if we can get the word out and help, like we always try, you know, to...
And this they generally get made in the early fall in October.
That's right.
So that's all done, unfortunately, for this year.
It is.
But,
We actually were oversubscribed and had to push people off into next year.
really?
okay.
So if you're interested, now's the time. Don't wait until the fall, because by the fall we may be all subscribed, and then you have to wait another year.
Right.
Wow.
Yep.
So
That's good from the beginning, from when we first started talking about this, when was that? A couple of years ago.
yeah.
Yep, it is.
And now look, now you're over the limit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
The other thing for those, it's put on the inside of your windows.
Yeah.
So in the springtime, when the warm weather comes, after the heating season is over, you can pull them out, and actually lots of people store them, and they oftentimes will store them behind their sofa because it's a nice protected space.
Yep.
And they're made specifically for each particular window.
Yep.
So.
And they're marked, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah, they're marked
So-
Yeah,
for
each one
that.
has a
So each,
label on it, so that if you mix up your
Right.
your inserts, you can look, oh, that's the south window number 2, okay.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
right. Mm-hmm. And
Some people leave them in all year long, and particularly in the summertime where it's hot.
if it's
They-
a hot
But
window,
there
yeah.
is a problem with the foam tending to deteriorate if they're in a really hot place. So if it's a south window, then we do recommend that you take them out. But
Right.
the worst that's going to happen is the foam that goes around the outside will deteriorate from the heat, and you'll have to have it refoamed. And we do that for a lot of people. We also do replace the plastic if your cat attacks the window
Or in one case where we were at, was it Harvest Fest? Because yes, it was around the same time anyway. A woman, her neighbor's lawn was mowing the lawn, and the lawn mower caught a stone and it pushed
Center
it
right
right,
through the
sent it right through the window and through the insert
Huh, wow.
on the same day, and we were, that was right during the build, so she luckily
Could get a rewrap done.
could have got it
You have to
rewrapped
wait
at
all
that
year.
time.
Yeah.
Can you do casement windows as well?
I don't know. What's the case?
Yes, you can, as
Can-
long
can
as you
you?
have a flush square
Yeah,
sill with like a reasonable
Enough.
amount of depth.
okay,
Yes, right.
okay. Cause,
You might have to remove
The handle.
the crank,
Yeah.
but which is a pain, but it's still doable.
It's doable, and you can
Okay, that's
stick
good to
the,
know.
the crank back on.
I wonder
That's
if people ever shy away from that with the casement windows.
But you don't want to open up the casement windows in the middle of winter anyway.
In the
I would
kitchen?
think.
Why not?
Well,
you're
you
wearing
can-
shorts today,
if
so
you
I
do-
can't say anything about that.
You
But
just pop your window, your insert out if you
Right.
really want your fresh air.
yeah, if you really do.
All right.
That's great.
Thanks,
I'm
Mark.
glad, and thank you to
Kurt Merrill, who made
Merrill,
that.
who,
Yes.
who made the window.
All right.
And we'll be able to have that on the tabling occasions.
Yes.
That'll be
That's
great.
good.
Yep.
What
I
else
like
you got?
that.
Anything?
Nope. Oh, well, yeah, sure, I'll tell you a little bit. So yesterday, I was at the Vermont State Recycling Coordinators to talk about our accomplishments at Garlicktown.
Right.
And so we had a great time with that group, and they're starting an effort to try to have people at other big events to help sort the waste. So it's
Wow.
What was the event? The state recycling?
coordinators, state recycling coordinators. So it's part of the Department of Environmental Conservation, and they have a quarterly meeting with people who coordinate recycling efforts in each county. So,
Great, thank you.
And again, it took a couple of years, but look where it's come,
yeah,
right?
we got 88% of the waste all landfilled or recycled. So
That's amazing.
it is. Yeah.
That's
It is,
absolutely
absolutely.
amazing. I gotta turn this off.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. I
That's
think
great.
that's great,
Yeah.
and so volunteers, you're good on volunteers because you get the word out.
Anybody who would like to volunteer to help with, we're going to be doing Mayfest next year in addition to Harvest Fest.
Right.
And
Garlic
Truck Fest.
Town and the Truck Fest. So we've got 4 big events, and if anybody wants to be a helper, they can call that same number,
Right.
802-440-5190. We'll get you signed up. We provide training, so we have a lovely evening. We have supper together and have a fun time visiting, and then we practice sorting recyclables. And then we go to the event and do it.
Yeah,
Marsh, I got 3 of the 4 events: Mayfest, Garlicktown Food Truck Fest, and I missed Harvest.
Harvest Fest.
Harvest Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wow. I just think back all the things, it's just like, wow, look how far it's come.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Good job.
Thanks.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for that. All right, moving on to the review. We got to review the adoption. That is not
We
going to
can.
happen. We have to push it off
Because we do not have
enough.
enough folks here today.
Right. All right, moving on to the social media committee report. Bill,
You're the only one.
You're the only one
of the
here.
committee.
And-
Yeah, we've established a working document and have identified our first story. I think Peter was going to push it's called Button Up Vermont campaign. They've got a pretty tidy website, and Phoebe drew up a small blurb to accompany that, and Peter's going to push that through Jonah through the town's social media website,
Good.
social media platforms.
Yeah, so I think, for me, I think it's a wonderful, huge step that our committee is taking over most of the other committees. I don't believe they're doing anything like what we're doing, where we want to be more visual. And I think all committees should be visual, but we're taking that lead. And you know, too bad Peter and Phoebe aren't here, because I would tell them what a wonderful thing they're doing.
Yeah.
Along with you, Bill, I think it's like one of the best things ever, because I'm
Yeah.
a social media guy too.
So yeah. So Bill, can I ask you a question? When this comes out, it's going to come out through the town's Facebook account, or does the town have multiple media?
I mean, I think they also use Front Porch Forum.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I should expect to be looking at that and seeing it there as well. Then, that's good.
And I think ultimately it's up to Jonah where he wants to share it, but we're happy for it to go through
Anywhere,
all
right.
channels.
Yeah, absolutely.
So here's another question, and I'm sure you can answer for your committee. Where do you see this going once it's up and running? Where do you see our committee taking this from here on out? So do you see this as a regular thing, or is this going to be?
At least quarterly, I think, makes sense. With the change of seasons, it kind of gives
Yeah.
us an opportunity to focus on a new item. We're thinking in the spring we could lean towards electrified lawn equipment,
Right.
get some of those dirty
Right.
two-strokes out of rotation. I mean, cooling opportunities in the summer, and then we're back into the fall and heating season.
Let me suggest an opportunity, particularly for the fall. And again, it's along the line of what you were thinking about in terms of the spring, using trying to. It would be fun to do a comparison, side by side sound comparison, with
Yeah.
leaf blowers
Yeah.
that are two-stroke gas
Right,
leaf blowers,
like mine.
and yeah. Or one of the electric ones, which I use when I'm trying to particularly clear off the driveway and that kind of stuff before it all gets mushed down. I want it to be put away. And one of the things I notice, and it's that I don't know who does it, but down the street quite a ways, almost a whole block from me, I have turned on my decibel meter just to see what the team that's working on the ones down by the Elks Club. And I will say that's over the town's sound
Really?
ordinance.
What is that, 60 or
Yes.
something?
Yeah,
60 or
60,
70
and these
decibels?
are coming up to me in my front porch at about 85 decibels.
Wow. And your
They're
porch is
just-
quite a ways away.
Yes, they're just loud,
Yeah.
and I really don't know what else how
Right.
else to call them. They are also dirty, but it's a suggestion. You don't have
Yeah.
to take it as anything.
Yeah, thank you.
So, again, going forward, how do we, when we lose committee members or whatever, how do we keep that going? After, say, you're gone, or I'm gone, or Bruce is gone, whatever.
Sure.
How do we keep that going? Because it's a really good, this is good for us, it's very
Yeah.
good.
Well, I do I do think one of the things we were thinking about when we were discussing the formation of this subcommittee, the social media committee, one of the things that we were talking about was using the data that we might get from that in terms of hits and that kind of thing, and then go back to the presentation that we had earlier, several months ago,
Right,
and see whether it might be worth it to spend some of our, well, and I hope we might be able to talk about it
yeah,
later in the
I
meeting,
want
but using some of that money
Okay.
for engaging someone to help
Yep.
us with
yep, I remember that.
social media. So, but we want to develop, I think we want to have some baseline
Right,
information first before we start doing that.
right. I'm just, I'm just trying to think down the road
Right,
without losing the energy of it
yeah,
with,
I think the establishment of the subcommittee is helpful. I don't think the whole team would turn over in 1 year, and we can continue to roll new members into it.
Yeah.
and
That's
maintain
what
that
I'm like-
system.
I would think.
so the subcommittee would try to recruit the members from our committee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good.
I think that makes
I
sense.
like that. I like that, the whole thing. So who's ever, we'll
Yeah.
always, so from here on out then,
Right,
we'll always have a subcommittee for this.
Yeah.
I think that's what we should do.
yeah, I think that makes sense.
Wise, yeah. Okay.
Particularly since that's a great.
For
what
social,
we
for
need
the
to do.
social media part of it,
Yep.
yeah,
I agree.
should just be part of it. All right, cool, I like that.
Yeah, that's a great start. I think so.
Yeah,
I don't have anything else on that, but
so before we get off social media, do you have anything, Bill, that you would like to see it go in a direction? Or do you see, where we could help you?
I think we're largely interested in amplifying other information that's already out there, not making our own
Right,
content.
right.
And so if there are stories or resources of interest, to share them with the subcommittee, and then we can kind of filter through them and find the best
Correct.
way to package them and
that's a
get
good
them
idea.
back out.
Okay, I like that. All right, that's good.
we'll make sure that gets into the agenda we'll be asking.
that's
into
nice.
Yeah, I
the
think we
agenda
should have it in every month.
Uh-huh.
Standing agenda
Yeah.
Item,
item
yep, I agree.
for possible outreach, social media outreach.
Yeah.
Subcommittee, whatever, however you
Yeah.
put it.
Good,
Yeah, I like that. That is very good.
yes,
That's how things start on a good thing. You have this idea and then you just go implement the idea.
right.
I love it. All right, we're good with that. Okay. Town plan response.
Well, let's,
So,
yes.
okay. So I happened to catch the last select board meeting
Right,
and I just shook my head. Because after I listened to what they talked about, they just, in my view of it and in my understanding of what they did, they just rubber stamped it and put it through. Which,
so they basically approved the town plan.
yeah.
Okay,
So, Sarah, I wish she was here, stood up for the Energy Committee and said, well, there's some items that they would have liked to have seen in here. Well, they hemmed and hawed, and the next thing, Dan Monks spoke up and said, you can amend it. So you can amend the town plan.
right,
Sure.
The select board
Absolutely.
could,
the select board can,
yeah.
Right,
with
so
a proposal from,
the planning commission, or
well,
who did that,
yes, it's the
the
planning.
planning commission.
Right.
So we have to go in front of the planning commission.
Right,
And they want us, they're gonna have a meeting with us, me and Bruce, to talk about our items, cause I don't think any of our items got in.
Oh, no,
Right. And they were good
Really?
items.
right.
I mean, we talked with them about
Yeah,
this.
Yes,
so that's what kind of really threw me was,
Well-
they rubber stamped it and said, okay, this looks good.
well, and trust me, that when the select board, at least in my experience being on the select board, this is a huge item, and they've had 2 hearings. One which they heard from us,
Right.
and
Well, one in which you talked, but apparently they didn't hear very well.
well, I'm not going to go there. I think
Okay.
they heard.
They
I
heard
just-
us.
But it, the momentum to keep
Hurry up and get it done.
to get it done
Yeah.
is great, and I understand that. And let me just also say that it's unusual to add to what we're doing. It is unusual for another committee other than the planning commission to
Weigh in on these.
weigh in on anything, even though in this case now there's a whole chapter that
Right.
is in our bailiwick.
Yes.
So, and we had some very specific things that we wanted to talk about. So my theory is when Dan Monks asks us
Yeah.
to meet with the planning commission,
Yeah.
we're okay. And right now the planning commission is without a staff person staffing with him because
Because Dan's done with
Dan
that.
stepped
Right.
away from that, which is perfectly understandable. But we should be able to go in and at least talk over with them and discuss with them our points that we have made, and suggest
Yeah.
that they, I mean, we'll put it, formulate it in an amendment form,
Yeah.
and they can take that then to the select board as it might actually get a little bit better
Attention, maybe?
attention
Yeah.
as coming in as an amendment.
Right. Right.
It could
So-
be clean. It's almost a cleaner process.
Yeah, yeah. But, it's, since neither the select board nor the planning commission is used to having somebody coming in on this parade. They do take comments from other people, but I don't know how much that shapes anything. So at any rate, I'm still hopeful that
I am too.
Dan will have us meet and we'll work on it, and we'll insist that we meet with the planning commission
Good.
Yeah.
when it's the right time.
It'll be like a round table thing from the way I understood
we're not.
it.
Yeah, exactly. We're not adversaries in this process.
No. And I think it's good that we all work together anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're doing it for the town and the
Right.
town constituency.
Yeah.
So,
And,
That's my
and if
main
it
point.
clarifies some more of that chapter 7, great.
right. Right.
That's all I'm caring about. Good. And thank you, Bill, for sending me that in the additional the items on page 87 and page 95.
Of our town plan.
Yeah, of the town plan. Clarifying that AI, cold storage, and crypto mining are not driving up Bennington's electric demand. And I would say we could easily put in the plan that none of those items are we seeking to invite into the town of Bennington. Because of the energy demand that it would be. Not that they're necessarily looking to come here to Bennington, but
Right.
but at least that way. And then on page 95, the 2 points asked of the Energy Committee that seemed like a stretch. And if the language were adjusted to support or promote, so it has to do with the Green Mountain Community Network
Right.
to support wider utilization of the public transportation system, and also the same thing about working with the Chamber of Commerce and local businesses to ensure about the public transit
Yeah.
system. Yes, we can easily promote those, but it's not that we're gonna work to see that I don't see, well, we've discussed that situation ad nauseum, so.
Right.
But that was helpful additions. So we will use the information from our minutes
Yeah.
from before and as well as the items, and we'll see what we can come up with,
Good.
okay?
And even if we get one or two things, I'll be happy with that. Even just one thing
Yeah,
amended to it,
sure.
I'll be good. We just pick the one that we wanna do and,
Well, we'll see how open they are and
Yeah.
push for what we can push for.
right, exactly.
Sounds good.
All right.
Let me pass around the financial report, and I will send these electronically to the members as well, so you lucky ones who are here get paper copies.
I love paper copies.
I don't, but
I'm such an old-fashioned guy.
yeah, I understand that, Chris.
Do I want to attach this to the minutes?
Yes. But you can also say that they will come out. Or I could send you the document. Either way. So there were a couple, I know we can't do anything about accepting this report.
Right.
We can't.
Right.
We can't act on it. But a couple of things that got amended from my previous report. One was that the May 24th Mayfest tables came in at no charge.
Right,
So we had anticipated that was gonna add $300
right,
of cost, and it didn't. So at that point, our remaining amount was $3,160 approximately. So you'll notice, I got a call from Shannon saying, how come nobody is sending me any invoices or requests for payments? And I said, I don't know, but I will call. And I will say, now that we have Cat TV here,
yeah,
they were the quickest to respond saying, oh, you're right, we have not done this. And they immediately sent in the $150 request for payment. And I'm assuming that there will be another one after tonight.
yeah,
So that'll be part of that. Those are $75 a piece. Queer Connect for tabling at the Pride Party has not responded yet. And Turning Point for Soberfest has not responded yet. But I'm expecting the Queer Connect cost to be only $25. And I have no clue what Soberfest costs are going to be. I've called both of them and have not heard. Our Harvest Fest tables were paid to the Better Bennington Corporation
Right.
for $125, so that we're good at. So we now have a usable balance of almost $3,000. This is beginning to concern me more than a little bit.
we need to spend it.
We have until
If,
a year from this December to spend it all.
So I will get our canopy, I will get that.
And you're gonna then
Yeah, I'll just,
send the bill to
yeah,
Shannon over
Yeah.
at the town.
I gotta write that on here.
Yeah,
But how,
you're gonna send,
but am I gonna, do I need to buy it first and then give her the,
here's what you could do. She's perfectly willing to put through if you tell her
oh, yeah,
where you're gonna buy it
Yeah.
from, or where it
Yeah.
could be bought from,
Yeah.
she could actually purchase it.
okay, that's what we'll do. Let Shannon
Okay?
know.
Yep. Give her the information,
Yeah.
she'll get it to the treasurer, and they'll to the finance person,
Okay.
and they will
Let
get that
Shannon
done.
know about canopy.
Right. And so I think we need to be thinking about the use of those $3,000.
So do we want to,
Because even for, let's say we continue
yeah, with Cat TV,
with Cat TV, that's only $300.
right,
So that's 1/10 of the amount
Yeah.
that we have to spend.
right?
And
Then we should seriously think for our January meeting to put on the agenda, let's seriously talk about the
the
social
financial
media.
planning, well,
Yeah.
it could be,
the financial planning of the next year along with the social media thing.
could we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anybody have, just so that in case somebody has something right in their mind right now? I don't particularly, but I was wondering if anybody had anything that just immediately rose, other than the Andrea Bacchi suggestion.
Well, Brandon, and we've heard about this, Brandon did like a winterization workshop thing for the community. And we've talked about doing pieces of this when we were tabling. But
Yeah.
you know, they got people together and learned how to caulk gaps and how to, put
Right.
the foam around door openings, etc. So that people actually learned the skill to be able to do these themselves. We've talked about doing something like this.
And the ideal time to do that would be next summer, or, well, almost. And we don't want to wait until fall to do that, I
Right.
don't think.
I don't
We
know.
want to get that, I mean, when did Brandon do theirs? Do you
I
think?
don't
Do you
remember.
If we, I mean, as long as we got it on the books and lined up the program,
Right,
then we could at least like allocate this money safely, knowing that that project is going to happen in, say, September or something like
Right.
that. It would take us quite a while, I think, to build that. Anyway.
I agree. One of the things, one of the persons, I mean, I'm thinking about who we might cooperate with. And I'm wondering whether the tech center would be
That'd
an
be a great way to
ideal
get
spot.
students engaged.
And get the building trade students to work on this maybe. I mean, I would at least like to run it by the instructor there to see whether
Sure,
this
yeah.
might make sense. Can you put that on the minutes?
Yeah.
That'll allow me to remember
To reach out
to reach out to,
Southwest Tech.
yes, thank you, Southwest Tech. I was blanking on the new name.
Yeah.
I can call it CDC.
Yeah,
I know, Southwest Tech.
get with it.
And
now.
I'll be happy to reach out to them. I have to go over there anyway on another matter. To talk with building trades instruction about, I mean, it's also a good location.
Because they have everything.
They have everything, we can open up the doors on a nice day. They have this big bay to work in, so you can set up, and they probably have, if we provide them with door frames, we might be able to get some, door frames that have been taken out of, and window frames that have been taken out of houses that are being rehabbed either through Habitat for Humanity or others.
Good idea. We might also, I don't think we've ever talked to people in Brandon who've done this.
Yeah,
Have you?
I have not. Would you mind doing something
I really
like
got
that?
my hands full, so I'd love to.
Okay, but all right, no, that's, and I do too, sort of, but.
We all do.
Yeah, I know we all do.
Sorry, and I'm not saying I don't, and we.
I know.
I wonder if we could help elevate or amplify some other organization in town. Like,
Yeah.
can we support Brock in doing more?
Ooh, that would be a good idea.
Like,
That's a great idea.
I don't know if funding, if outreach funding is a limiting factor for them, but like
That's a good notion.
we're trying to funnel folks to these organizations
Right.
anyway.
Right.
Yes.
Like, they know where their gaps are probably better than we do.
Yep.
Yep. speaking of caulking.
You know, how can we get somebody from Brock to come in here and talk to us about
Dana.
exactly what you're
Dana.
talking about?
Dana's the person for this part of the county, I thought.
Yes, I don't know that he does the marketing outreach that
I
we
don't know.
would try to echo, but he would certainly know. I will.
Can you reach out to him? Or reach out to Brock anyway? I don't care where.
Because I think that would be the,
I do think that makes a lot of sense to try to,
The energy committee can.
somebody to come in and talk to us, because how do we know what they need, right?
yeah. But if they would accept this kind of, I
Right.
like the idea of amplification so that they can, all I think of is if we were to run this workshop for the community and get a number of people in, I mean, and have it set up so that it could be repeatable. One of the things that Brock can do, and along with assisting with this and working on it, is that's a good place for them to recruit people
People
who
to
need
work for 'em.
assistance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and also people to work for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, people come and say, oh, I could do that. Yeah, you could. You could earn pretty good pay and months to get trained.
Right. So let's follow up on that. I like that idea.
Okay.
I mean, I'm trying to think of collaborative partners here.
Right. Right.
And I'm still championing for somebody to talk to the Brandon people, because
I will-
when you do it,
Yeah.
you learn a lot. And
Right.
We, that
No,
we don't need to
absolutely.
start and reinvent the
I
wheel.
will. I won't be this week, but
That'd be great.
before the next meeting, I will call Brandon Energy Committee about a home weatherization.
Winterizing workshop.
Yeah, I like that.
Trying to think where we could catch people who might want to do this. I mean, I like your idea about the facility, but I'm
Right.
trying to think, where would we, you know?
So that would be, again, we'd have to go back to our social media
Yeah, I think
subcommittee,
Yeah.
and they could come up with a way to get the word out, even if we have to take a small ad out in the banner, you know, we can
Yeah.
use.
Yeah, we
do
could do
something
that.
like that.
Absolutely. I would also say that it's likely that the senior center would be one, I mean, or RSVP might be a place where you would find, I mean, in their promotional material, so that because a number of the RSVP seniors are still very active.
What about
Yeah.
BPI? You can do something over there, right?
Yeah,
Put something out to just let people know
the
that,
families of
Yeah.
yeah,
that we're doing something and
yeah.
can do.
So I think there's a number of places where we can try to get people in, and if we do it, there will be a limit to how many people can come to a particular workshop, right? I would guess, although let's put this on the agenda
Yep.
for next,
And let's
Yeah,
think about
weatherizing.
Home Depot.
yes,
Because I'm thinking, you know, like one of our church members does a workshop for kids one Saturday a month, and they get
Right.
a ton of people.
They do.
People who, I was trying to think, where could we be that people would actually take these skills and run with them? I mean, if Home Depot would let us do it there, for example, where people
yeah,
come in,
yeah,
that
it
would be,
interesting to see. Well,
even if we had to rent a tent, you know, or something
Yeah.
to,
let's
Let's put it on the agenda.
let's make sure that's on the agenda, under particularly, outreach.
I
Again,
think we
outreach
should have a
opportunities.
reoccurring thing for outreach anyway.
Yeah,
On
Okay.
all right?
on that
outreach.
agenda,
Yeah,
sure.
I think we should have it because we talk about it a lot.
Mm-hmm,
So let's just have it on there.
yep,
So one for social and one for
outreach.
Outreach.
live.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
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 Okay.
live outreach.
yeah.
And actually, the next item on the agenda is sort of another opportunity for outreach.
Yes.
In conversation with, after Harvest Fest, with Jeannie Montrone, she had, and my statement at the hearing right after Harvest Fest.
Yeah.
On the downtown. Remember we had that conversation early in Harvest Fest, early in the morning?
Yeah.
One of the things, and actually as it turns out, one of the downtown retailers had just gotten connected with Efficiency Vermont, was really pleased with the information that she got. So I had said, she had asked, would you be willing to be a part of what do they call it? Beans and bagels.
Bagels and
Yeah.
Bagels and beans?
Beans and
bagels,
Yeah.
whichever. And in order to do that, I thought we needed to have information to hand out, ways to connect.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes, so among the things we have plenty of them, and we really need to give as many out as possible. It's more of our flyers, because some of that information is now not completely, it's not obsolete, but it's not completely accurate anymore. It's aging. Particularly around I don't remember the organization, but nonetheless. So we have that, and we can get materials from Efficiency Vermont. I know they've got them. And I've been talking to a couple of, when I get a chance over the last couple of weeks, when I've been in a retail or downtown business that had a moment to converse with the owner.
Yeah.
Or with the renter. A number of issues have come up, and they would be very interested. For example, I'm thinking of one business where the current tenant would love to be able to modify her LED lights that are way up high, and modify them so that she could turn, for particular events, she'd like to be able to turn them down. And obviously, if you're turning down the lights somewhat, that saves energy. But she doesn't know how to do that, or what does that mean, and she thinks her landlord would be very, because she's the one that's paying the electric bill, would be very open to some easy, and there are some easy modifications one can make.
Right.
But she doesn't know where to start, and I said, an audit, if it's available, if we can find you an audit of where you might, they did do some work on it when she got into that particular space on North Street, but it would be, there's more things that she's thought of in the meantime, but just didn't know where to go. So I think there are, and that's just one example, and I have not heard anyone say to me, oh, that's a stupid idea.
Right, they're not gonna. They're not gonna say it's stupid, because saving money, that's the whole thing.
Exactly. One of the nice things about preventing carbon from growing in the atmosphere is that it saves us money.
Right.
So I do think that's another outreach opportunity.
It is.
And I will follow up with Jeannie to see about a beans and bagels event.
Because I was talking with the owner of Gamers Grotto,
Yeah.
and I kind of pitched him the idea on the energy savings and stuff too.
Yeah.
I see him quite a bit, and it came back, well, it's going to be expensive, and I don't have the money to invest in it right now, and I'm just like,
I don't, but
I
here's
don't
the thing.
understand how we can only plant the seed. We can't.
No, but you can also say
make them
it's
do
not
it.
necessarily going to be expensive. We don't, until you get the actual audit done, or you get somebody in there to give you some ideas. You have no idea what the costs are and what the funding sources are.
We're right,
Yeah.
there's grants and stuff for all
East
that.
Rise, there's any number of places where there is grant money, probably not coming out of federal funds at this point. But that doesn't mean that there aren't funds available.
Right.
And I said, and besides, you pay into a utility right now,
Yeah.
all the time. And you're paying for another utility, and until you start using that utility of Efficiency Vermont, don't talk
Right.
to me. So whenever anybody ever says that to me, I said, and have you spoken to Efficiency Vermont? And they'll look at me with that sort of quizzical look like,
Who?
who?
Really?
I said, yeah,
Who?
look on your electric bill. Because you'll see
Yeah.
a fee, and if you're paying into it, why not get something out of that?
Exactly.
That's a good motivator.
What a concept.
Yeah.
So, and yes, might it cost you, but could you get payback relatively quickly?
Well, and the payback time is really part of what they'll get out of the audit, which is,
Exactly.
you know, when you find out, oh gosh, you know, I can pay $500 and next year I'm breaking even, and the year after I'm making $500 every year
Every year.
or whatever it is. You know.
Exactly.
So we found that to be true
Yeah.
with our shop lights. So we converted out 9 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
We took all our 8-foot fluorescents and we put them all into LEDs.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, well, I don't see a savings yet. Okay, well, let's see. I didn't change any bulbs, so we saved money on the bulbs.
Yeah.
And they're going 10 years strong now, not one time.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah, and when was the last time you spent 10 years with...
Right, $160 a year on 8-foot light bulbs. But she was talking more on the electric
energy
bill.
usage.
Well, we're now starting to see it
Yeah.
now. So it's a long-term investment,
Yeah.
but it pays for itself. I don't have to buy light bulbs for 10 years. Are you kidding me?
I know. I know.
Right?
I know. And so yeah, I shouldn't do this. This is too political, but
You do it.
the president
do it.
just today, you know, proposed changing the CAFE standards for American automobiles.
Right?
And, you know, because he doesn't like electric, I understand that. But he's claiming, well, I want to make them more financially friendly to the American consumer. And I want to say, yeah. And yet, when I talk to people, you know, about either my hybrid truck or my totally electric Leaf, I routinely will park, when I'm parking downtown, and somebody will come up to me and say, well, didn't your electric bill go up, way up? And I say to them, no.
That's right.
I know exactly what it went, and I show them the app, and I show them, this is what I spent to travel this many miles this last month. And they look at me and they go, oh. Oh, yeah, pass.
So that might make an interesting program for you to tell the
It's-
dollar and cent story of your
I
electric
think there are
vehicle.
better people than me.
Well, if
but-
there's somebody like you.
But I do think, yeah, I think people need to. I am happy that I'm hearing many more electric vehicles around town. Absolutely.
Or not hearing.
Or well, yes, but you can hear the electric motor. It's sort
Yes.
of that little quiet hum.
Yes.
Right? Right?
Right. And when I bought ours 5 years ago, but I could actually total up what I saved in terms of not buying gas.
Yeah.
I'm still at about $250 worth of maintenance after 5 years. I did have to buy 2 new tires.
You didn't have to get any oil changes, though, did you?
No oil changes, no. And you don't have anything that's dirty, no filters,
Yep.
any of that kind of stuff. You just don't do. Rotate the tires.
I wonder how long it'll be before they start to go, well, how do we get money from you guys for?
Oh, well, they have.
Oh, have they?
Oh, absolutely. On a yearly registration,
Right.
I have to pay, is it $100
I don't know.
in January?
For roads, right?
To pay, it goes into the transportation.
Okay.
tax. And on my hybrid, it's 50.
Oh,
But my hybrid truck, I still get 40 plus miles to the gallon, so it's hard to buy a truck that has that. So all that being the case, I do think when people think about what is it going to cost me, I want people to be thinking over the life of the car, over
Right.
the life of the vehicle,
Yeah,
or
what it's
over
gonna
the
s-
life of the 8-foot.
yeah, the light,
Yeah.
right.
Over the life of the lights, or over the, and if it's insulation, it's over the life of the building, for
I
God's
don't know
sake.
what the lifespan is of those lights. I should look into
It's-
it.
it's-
10 years.
I know,
I'm pretty sure 10 years. We're on 10 years.
yeah,
I think lights are generally rated by a number of hours.
it is
So
by
it
hours.
depends if
Hours of
you're-
usage.
Yeah, if
They're on all
you're
day and night.
24/7 or whether
Yeah.
they're 8,
So
9
they're-
to 5.
They're 12 hours a day for sure. Monday through Friday, and then
I want to say 100,000 hours is like
Wow.
kind of.
As pretty average, I think that's about
So
right.
it's 60 hours per week.
I would want to know. It seems to me that's in my head too, but
Yeah, I don't know.
and that's just spitballing.
I never-
But I do think these kind of financial incentives
Yeah.
of just making the change. And I know that the folks who do audits, because
Yeah.
it's happening, are really good at showing us the
The
payback.
yeah.
Yeah, 100,000 hours for high quality commercial LED light fixtures.
wow.
50,000 for probably
Yeah,
That's a lot of hours.
It's a lot of hours for sure.
it is a lot of
Man. Well, we made the right choice.
Yes, exactly. I mean, and that's why the school systems are going to these, because why, can you think of how many 8-foot fluorescent bulbs are in
The school?
Thousands.
that?
Still?
Just in the
Not
thousands? No,
anymore. I
not
mean,
anymore.
they-
There's,
they-
Yeah.
there's
You can't buy them in Vermont anymore, right?
Correct.
You can't buy them in Vermont.
Yeah.
But just nationwide, if you think about it, there's just
Yeah.
millions.
Uh-huh.
Hospitals, all kinds of office buildings.
So we need to focus that. I think
Yeah.
the downtown business community would be and if they're at the Beans and Bagels event, they don't have to agree to come to that event. They're
Did
just
the
gonna come.
town change all their lights to LEDs yet? All the street lights?
Yeah. I think
Or
the
they're
street
a
lights
different
are
kind of
turned
vapor
over.
as well. Some of them are, but I know the ones that we put in, that were put in are high efficiency lights along the walkway
Yeah.
that got redone.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever they can, they do. Absolutely. Because that's how if anybody wants to see, I will put it this way. If anybody wants to see how an efficient business could run,
Yeah.
look at what the town has done
Yeah.
with air-to-air heat pumps. Look at what the town has done with light bulbs.
Right.
Any number of other
Weatherization.
weatherization, absolutely. On buildings that are just ordinary buildings, and they know that they have several more to go.
Yeah.
The town garage has a number of issues, and one of them, of course, is that it's a big, with all the vehicles in there, it's a big empty,
Right.
big space, but when they leave, the doors go up, and all that heat
Shoots up.
goes out.
And the cold comes in.
And the cold, well, yeah.
Yeah, and then they also bring back how many thousands of pounds of cold, wet, icy, snowy plows when they're done, and they've got
Yeah.
to bring that back up to temperature
Right.
after that.
I had talked to, I think it was RJ, at one point, had they this was a building that they took over.
Right.
But they had the choice of building one, radiant floor heat would be what they would have wanted to put in. Because radiant floor heat keeps the heat
We have that.
where you need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have that in our shop.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's where you want the heat.
Right.
I will say that towns are unlike the standard commercial customer.
Right.
Because they don't need a 2-year payback.
Right.
They know they're going to be in existence,
Exactly.
and they can sit on
That's
that
absolutely
return
true.
on investment that's a little longer than
Sure.
the average customer.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's good.
I did talk, and maybe this is another item for the social media thing. I haven't heard the town doing anything about it, and that is talked with the guy who operates the total electric lawnmower, the riding lawnmower. It's really 4 electric motors, one on each wheel. And at the time that I spoke with him last summer, he runs it all day long on a charge.
Wow.
Wow.
And loves it. Loves it for a variety of reasons, but one of them is it's quiet. You know,
Yeah.
if you're gonna ride a lawnmower all day over at the park, yeah, wouldn't you like it so that all you've got is the hum of the blades? You don't have the motor at all.
Right. You know, when I was in Florida, I was gonna bring this up. Most of the roads that I drove on, they have street lights, right? But they're blue. And I don't understand, you can see perfectly.
Yeah,
With
those
the blue
are
lights.
probably mercury vapor. I think they're mercury vapor if they're bluish. If they're yellowish, it's more sodium vapor.
But it was all, and they were bright. I mean, they were bright, like,
Yeah.
almost like LEDs, I almost wanna say. But they cast this,
Blue tint.
I don't know, this pretty big area that going down,
Yeah, I
I
have
think
no
that they
idea
were
what they're
blue.
using. I
And I don't know why they would use blue, that's kinda interesting.
I don't know. It's usually the whatever you're burning, whatever element that's you're using to create the.
But I've never seen blue lights
light.
like that ever.
Huh, okay. I don't know.
Interesting, right. Alright, well,
Okay.
Not even in your rear view mirror?
I did see it in my rearview mirror. That's funny.
If we get the invitation to do this bagels and
Yeah,
stuff, I will also check out with the folks over at East
East
Rise.
yeah,
And I'll also check with Heritage credit unions just to see if they
Might like to go.
might like to be there or at least provide information for financing probabilities. I might even walk into the Bank of Bennington and see what they
where was I? Heritage was, oh, I know where they were. At the Armory on Saturday. Heritage Bank was there, they had their craft show,
Oh, right.
and they were there talking about stuff,
Okay,
handing stuff out.
good. And they were at the Armory here? Our
No, who's it called?
the Hoosic.
You know, that's another thing that, for outreach, why couldn't we do a craft show somewhere?
Holy
I mean,
cow.
they're already gone, I mean, like,
Yes, and I will just say, oh, you're just thinking get a bunch of craft people to come in and,
no, just have our table set up,
yes.
and people that come in, because we were at
Oh, yeah,
Grace Christian, there had to be 1,000 people in there.
yeah. There's no reason why we couldn't do tabling
You know,
there.
just by the door or something.
Yeah, we could do tabling that way. Good.
It's not all day, it's just, you know,
No.
you only have to be there a couple hours.
Yeah.
We also talked about whether we could do tabling at Walmart. And I talked to somebody who knew somebody at Walmart, but any of you know anybody there?
I don't know.
Because I keep thinking the clientele at Walmart are people who would really benefit by windows or by free winterizing.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
a lot of people go. I shop there. Some. I mean, not all the time, but there are a lot of folks there who could really make use of what we're trying
I
to
agree.
make available.
Yep.
Yep,
Put that down on the list of possibilities.
yeah. All right, let's see.
I want to do it if we're gonna do it outside, I want to do it in the nicer weather.
Right,
I really don't want to,
You don't want to do it in January when the winds
I
blow.
do not want to be sitting out at Walmart in January.
You won't get many people to chit chat, probably.
No,
at
it's
that
too-
time either.
Yes, you have to do it, not at the same time as the Girl Scouts, but selling the cookies, so,
right.
okay, good.
All right. Old business.
I don't have anything else.
I don't either.
Didn't have
New business, anybody?
any new ideas, thoughts? We've thought of a few already. I do hope that we will spend some chunk of time anticipating how we can spend that $3,000 at the next one.
Next month, let's plan on that.
Well, and if we do this workshop, you know,
I know, that'll,
and if we do some setups that we can use for other kinds of settings,
yeah.
you know, apparatuses to practice caulking or
Yeah.
door, you know, if we get some things that we can reuse, it may take some funds
Uh-huh.
to purchase them.
Yes, it will.
Yes, I wonder if Efficiency Vermont's ever been involved in fairs like this or workshops like this.
I bet they have in years past. I don't know. I don't know of their participation in something like this
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
I was also thinking in the springtime, it would be nice if, particularly if the farmer's market is gonna be going not just down at the
Okay.
market, but out in the other location, to do an electric,
An EV
show.
show?
Yeah,
Do you suppose we could
Because there's
ever
any
do an
number of-
electric car show in really, I wonder if in relation to the Thursday night antique car show.
Oh,
If,
yeah.
You know, just as a
Very
fun,
interesting.
yeah,
Uh,
an energy, just an electric automobile show.
yeah,
I think
or
some
an electric
purists would
automobile
be
section.
upset.
Well, I don't know, you know,
An electric, well, you know that that's Hemmings that really helps organize that.
yeah. I don't know anybody, Hemmings.
I don't know anybody anymore at Hemmings. But that's who does that
Yeah,
as much
yeah.
as anybody. I don't know that they have an electric vehicle. But you know, you could do an electric. Oh, well, I'm supposing that lots of people already know how easy these things are to use. I mean, I have ditched my gas-powered chainsaw.
Uh-huh.
Even up in the woods, up in Speculator.
Yeah.
What volt is your weed blower?
I'd have to go back and look at
40?
Yeah, I
40.
think so, 40.
Because I was looking at that,
40, and with a higher, it's got 2 levels on it.
Yeah.
It's the standard and the high power.
so 30 minutes is what I looked at. I
that's-
was looking at a Ryobi.
I would say it's about, for
30
That was the
minutes.
drawback for me.
That's
You know, I
a
thought,
huge-
If I'm hauling this way out in the woods and I only get that period
Oh,
of time.
for my chainsaw, I can cut for, I
It's a lot
tire,
of cuts.
It's a lot of cuts on the blower takes up a whole lot more power.
Because I have a big
I can
dog.
use my chainsaw,
You get
I
2
can-
batteries.
which
Yeah.
is what I do.
Right, it takes me around 2.5 hours to blow the leaves.
Really.
Yes,
You understand that that's of course bad for your lawn. That's what they told me.
when they're this deep, I don't think so.
It's good for the insects, but you have to take them
And
out.
ticks.
You have to take them out in the spring. But you know,
Right.
my
When they're
chainsaw.
all
I
wet and
will,
way
I
of
will say
time.
that the chainsaw which I have is
Yes.
not a Ryobi, but it's a different one.
Yep.
EVgo, I think. I tire before this does.
Wow.
Because
Yeah.
we were looking at buying one,
Oh, I will
and what
tell
they
you.
advertised, the time period that you could use them was like, it was maybe 45 minutes. Is
Oh,
the
no,
longest.
no, no, I've used mine for more than, remember, it's 45 minutes of use.
Of actual cutting. It's
Of
not
actual
idling.
cutting.
It's
It's
not
not-
idling
No.
while you're rolling.
No.
a
It's
ball
absolutely
around.
it just sits there when you're not when you haven't got when you're not pushing the button. So I tell you, I've worked for 2 hours on it, and
Yeah,
I
it's
was
good.
cooked by 2 hours.
Yeah,
I was ready to quit.
yeah, and it held up
And
to
it was still,
but you
and it
went
was
through a
still,
second
and it was still
battery.
ready to go.
And you ran through, you used a second battery.
I
probably.
didn't even start a second battery.
Really?
No.
Hmm.
In that case, I used my 40 volt.
And I suppose it
Oh,
depends
well,
on whether you're
stuff.
cutting through a 16-inch tree or whether you're cutting twigs.
Oh, no, no, no.
And if your blade's sharp.
Yes.
And if your blade is sharp, yeah.
Yes.
I sharpen my blade every time I cut.
Yep.
But I'm going through that.
Yep, that's a good size.
What was that, 12, 14?
No, that's 16.
That's like my pole saw, that cuts
16.
through a lot of stuff.
16, it's got a big enough blade to go through a 16. And this is stuff that's already been felled, so
Yep.
this is stuff that was felled in order to clear this site
Mm-hmm.
or to put in our septic. So I'm just saying,
Good to hear.
and you never, the only thing that you're putting in is the chain oil
Yep. And a little electricity to charge the battery.
and the little electricity to charge the battery.
Yep. And a little bit of filing to make it sharp.
And
Yeah.
yep. Well, I have a device on my,
Alright, we good?
I think we're good.
All right.
Okay,
I'd move to adjourn, but we can't take the.
right, we
to the
can't, we
vote.
just have to just end it.
We'll just
Walk away.
We'll just walk away from this meeting.
Alright,
I think it's been still productive.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for watching.
yeah, thanks, and we will, talk to y'all next time.
Yes.